their traditional. Ball collects it clean.
So Royal taking into contact, 5 meters in from touch. There's a two-man pod. That looks like it's Fadil Adahan. He takes it into contact and creates the first rock. Is it clean ball? Yes, it is. It's good line speed. Taken back. It's a flat-looking kick infield by Nandila on the bounce. Science field, take it in. That was Prince. Prince takes it into contact just past the 50. Now he places. Science lining up on the short side as well as. Now it's a pick and go, one out, one back. Is that a clean ruck? And there's another hit ball. That's a big, big tackle. Radesh Vijayaratna there from Royal. Science looking for one out runners. But they're not making much ground. That was Dinet Pasindu, the number 8. Science being driven back, and that pass is a wobbly one on the deck, on the bounce. And that's the number 12, Dhananjay. He's tackled. So Science losing ground.
Well, I think it's a little bit harsh play, going a little bit high, and he was caught on the move, and so that's a high tackle. So the penalty has been given to Science. Not a good start by Science. You can see Royal pressing from the beginning, so that's something to take note of.
If you looked at the warm-up, they were really training their line speed. One of their assistant coaches, Ajit Silva, was working with their forwards, so clearly it's working, but again, all that hard work undone by some ill discipline. The first penalty of the game.
So good kick there to restart with the penalty, and Science for the second time move into the Royal territory after the kickoff. Both occasions they had the support of the boot.
Science now, they have a line out. They set up a drive on the 10-meter line, and that is not straight, says the referee. So it was Munasinghe, the hooker, who threw it in. It was a good take, but again, the set piece letting Science down. And I think from a tactical point of view, Clifford, the more the ball stays live in play, where it doesn't go into lineouts or scrums, it's going to favor Science. The more it has, or the more the game turns into set pieces, it's going to be Royals, surely.
Yeah, you're spot on. And we have seen time and again how the Science 3 quarters they play. They have this free running style. They have produced some brilliant rugby. Classic example of Richard Dharmapala.
And that's skipper Hassan. He takes it on the crash ball, makes a first tackle, places it just past the 10-meter, 10 in from touch, and that's Yasojana. He goes for the box kick. That's a good high hanging kick. And is that a knock on? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So Royal piling on the pressure.
It's all about pressure, isn't it? And it was a box, but still it was flat. And well, look at that. He just simply took the eyes off. And chance for Royal. You're talking about the set pieces. This is good enough for them. And it's within their regular distance. And I'm sure their forwards are really gearing up for it now.
Yeah, I think they'll look for solid scrum and look for a strike move. So I'll be interested to see what their midfield does. Because obviously Lehan Gunaratna, due to injury, is not playing. And Malisha Pereira, equally good player. So Yasojana feeds the ball. It's Namdila, shows straight to Tuleb Hassan, bumps off one, he's brought down just past the 22. It's another pick and go, so they make a couple of meters, they go to the left. Royal, it looks like it's Pereira, sets up the ruck, they got numbers to the left. What will they do? They're looking for one out, one back runners. Yes, they do, that's beautiful placement. Now they bring it in field. It looks like it's Adahan. So 6 phases now, Royal retaining control. Now they go wide, that's Nandila. There's a runner, Pereira, and the Royal player just brought down. 5 meters in from touch, 20 meters out. Royal regaining possession, doing what they do best. That looks like it's Radesh Vijayaratna. Royal taking it forward, being very patient, going side to side. Nandila, Tuleb Hassan shows, goes. Can he go all the way? Yes, he can. Of course he can. So there's the first try of the game. 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Royal hanging on to the ball, recycling it like good old plastic and glass. And guess what? They go over the left-hand side. Skipper Tuleb Hassan doing what he does. Put into a hole. Bumps off a couple of would-be tacklers. Try time.
Well, there you go. What a start by Royal, aided by their skipper Tuleb Hassan. And well, credit goes to Science as well for holding on, because Royal was working that ball on multiple phases. And I saw Akash Madhuvanta and Priyadarshana committing themselves on multiple occasions. And finally they gave up. And De Silva, who is coming from number 11 position, tried to do the cover defense. But Tuleb Hassan, he was too powerful.
Yeah, I mean, it's discipline, isn't it? They didn't infringe. They knew what was coming. Royal just kept piling on the pressure, but they didn't kill the ball or put hands in the ruck. They had clear release. It's just the Royal were just too good. So Dulan Gunawardena now lining this kick up. He's 5 meters in from touch. Just past the 22. Takes about 4 steps backwards and about 3 to a left 90-degree angle. Lines it up. Looks at the ball, looking for the sweet spot. Now he looks up at the post. Coming in like a hawk, he strikes it. And the kick is good. What a strike. Kicking from almost the car park. Dulan converts. Tuleb Hassan's try. So Royal take an early lead, 7 points to 0.
Well, I have seen this boy practicing time and again and almost every morning and afternoon in this pitch and with his kicking skills. And today he just produced some beautiful kicking. So good start for Royal. Skipper aided try and conversion 7-0.
And that's Kevin Samarasekara, the Royal open side flanker, taking it up. 5 meters in from touch. There's a 3-man pod. Here we go, Royal. They're looking to rumble at Jurassic Park. This is ominous signs, nice and early. Yasojana now. Will he go for the box kick? Yes, he does. On the bounce. Is that Prince? Prince takes it forward. Bumping off a would-be tackler. So that's a good hit from Science. Is the ball available? It's a bit messy, a bit slow. Taking about 6, now 7, 8 seconds. There's a box kick from Bimsara. Bit of a fumble. And is that going into touch? No, it isn't. Well, there's a slight knock-on from Royal. Means Science will have a slight advantage there. They've gained about 15 meters, Clifford, from that box kick.
Well, I would say a little bit of overconfidence by the Royal there, the Royal backs there. And well, it was a fancy collection he was going for. But anyways, it's chance for Science to build up on that. Now they're putting a lot of pressure on Royal. So let's see whether they could build this momentum and carry it forward. Now they are in Royal territory.
Yeah, I think for Royal, it's all about being clinical, not trying too many things, stick to their game plan. And this is an excellent game for, in between the Bradbys. So Science now. They take it to the 3 quarters. Second man play. There comes the winger going out wide. And that's number 23, the Science man. He's just tackled 5 in from touch. They retain possession. There's the penalty. Not rolling away. Crystal clear just underneath the com box. And that was Dulan Gunawardena from Royal. So Science hanging on to it. Making 7 passes right across the field. And what will they do? Will they shoot at goal or will they go for touch? Rashmika, the first 5/8 for Science, will hoof it into touch, which he does. Just to the right-hand side of our com box here, up at the beautiful Sky Pavilion.
Yeah, good kick there by Hasaranga. Opting to go for touch and gained about 20 yards. And well, once again, this is a good opportunity for them to build that momentum because they had some pace. We saw the 3 quarters, how lively they are, and they're going to be dangerous and they're going to cause a little bit of problem for Royal. But in the meantime, I'm sure Royal has the firepower as well. Let's see what's going to make from here. But it seems like a turnover ball. Royal secure that line out. And opportunity clearly missed for Science.
Royal looking to pod again. And that looks like it's Adishan. He's running across, a bit of cross country. Almost up to the 22. Royal secure possession. Yasojana, ball in hand. Passes it to Dulan Gunawardana, who puts it right across field, almost into touch. It is now. And have they retained the ball? Yes, they have. Because a science player, I think it was Kalhara, basically shepherds the ball across into touch. A bit unfortunate there, Clifford.
Yeah, well, it was very obvious ball was going to go for touch, and he was trying to get the ball back in. Well, not a wise thing to do, and therefore the throw-in comes in favor of Royal College. So a little bit of peace of mind for Royal, I would say, and quickly taken. It's a 4-man.
And that's Adishan, the lucid. Beg your pardon, the number 6. Royal now taking it. They've got a 3-man pod. Have they secured the ball? Yes, they have. That's Nipunaya Sojana. Will he go for the box kick? Of course he does. It's on the bounce. And that's Kalhara again. Is he running across? And that's a good offload, but it goes straight to a Royalist. There's another offload from Royal. They're bouncing off tackles, and oh, he's been upended. He has been upended. Referee right on the spot just calls for a tackle. I beg your pardon, a penalty. I hope he's not going to reach for his pocket. Please don't. It was a robust tackle. Yes, he was upended. Nothing more. Nothing less. He's having a chat to the science player.
It's just the heat of the moment, isn't it? And, well, still should have known better. But again, Royal, what a beautiful play. The interception, and from there the offload. And there are so many players to support. So that's the beauty of playing intelligence rugby. So that's one of the reasons when they won by 17 points last weekend. And I wouldn't say in terms of skills they lacked anything against Trinity, or rather Trinity lacked anything against Royal, but Royal played a lot of intelligent rugby. Their positioning was good, their passing was good, and exactly the same thing that they're doing. If you look at that offload also, they had plenty of players around him to support. So that's something that you have to talk about.
Bang on, Clifford. So the ball in hand, Rajindu Jayasuriya, will they go to the tail? Go to the middle, and that's Adahan. Of course it is. He sets up a driving maul. Will they take it forward? That's Jayasuriya. Scrum cap on head. They're about 25 meters, now up to the 22. The driving maul, the fishtailing driving maul at Jurassic Park. Now they take it forward again. This is going to be very, very difficult to stop. Now it's gathering momentum like a heavy roller. Moving forward a meter at a time. The ball is well presented. Going right over the bodies, but they hang on to it. Have they lost it? It goes to ground. The ball's available. It'll be 1 out, 1 back, pick and go. And that's Rachita Adishan, the Royal number 6. Placing the ball back like a lotus at a temple. No! That's great work by Science. They've turned it over. Adishan just isolated. And Science get a penalty.
Well, good discipline there by Science College. They were not committing any errors. They knew this was coming. Probably they were prepared about it, or rather prepared for it. And they did so well. But in the meantime, Royal, it's another missed opportunity for them. And time for Science to come out of jail.
Science doing what you call zero ruck. So when they're under the pump, defending their own goal line, as you can see there, they didn't commit too many numbers. They isolated a man. Bang, straight over the top. A nice clean steal, or what you call a jackal.
7-0, Royal College still leading. Just under 15 minutes of play. We're playing at the Royal Sports Complex, Science being the home team. And if you're just joining us from home, well, this is the second round of game, Schools Rugby. You're watching it live and exclusively on www.papare.com. Well, turnover ball, isn't it? Once again, Royal stole that line out from Science College. Beautifully done.
Yes, it's that man Adahan, and that's Adishan. Taking it forward, setting the ruck up. Yasojana looks for a runner. He gets one. Royal very ruthless in this ruck. Yasojana again. Now they go to the right-hand side. Have they got numbers? And that's a good tackle. Very good tackle by Science. But Royal hanging on. Yasojana again, the halfback, looking for runners. That looks like it's Samadhi Induvara. He's almost in touch, 2 meters in. Now that's Rajindu Jayasuriya, the hooker. He takes it forward. Balls available. Yasojana again. Namdila. That's Fadil Adahan. Yes, it is. beg your pardon, that is Veera Sekara. Janendra Nanekar, sorry. It goes out wide. Royal controlling the ball, about 15 in from touch, almost up to the 40. Yasojana again. Royal looking to take it up. Ruck recycle. Very good discipline, getting a feel for this. Looking for a runner midfield. Is that a forward pass? Yes, it is. Advantage. Play on, says the ref. And it's been kicked forward on a grubber. So this is dangerous territory for Royal. Dulan Guradhana does the mopping up, gets out of a tackle. Kicks it forward. Now it's back and forth. So this is broken play. That's Madhushankar. He's got an opportunity. Cross country. Can he beat a tackler? Yes, he can. Up to the 22. There's the basketball pass. What a fantastic play. Sensational work by Science. Try time under the posts.
Well, what a run. Beautiful comeback there by Science College. Well, this is a loose kick by the Royal fullback. And, well, we know, and we spoke about it. We told you what's going to happen if you give the ball to those three quarters. And they did so well. And good try. Navindu Silva going under the post. Fantastic support play. Pure pace. And also, if you look at it, is Malisha Pereira there missing that tackle. And that was an advantage for Science College. So I think game on.
Wow, it certainly woke everyone around the ground, didn't it? It certainly woke me up. Because, you know, Royal were playing this very safety-first traditional game. One at a time, one back, out back. Beg your pardon, one out, one back, taking it forward. And then there was a turnover. And as I alluded before, the more Science keep this ball live in play without forcing the set piece, they are a very, very dangerous proposition. It's kind of like playing structured league rugby against tap rugby.
The equation. Kavindu Kure makes no mistake. So 7-all. We are back to score one. And Science College fighting back. And look at that beautiful overhead pass. There was a hook pass. Nicely collected. And bang, he goes. And
Silva,
I think
number 32. Science have done testing us up here in the commentary box with very exotic numbers. Usually it's 1 to 15 and up to 23, but you know, it's this is 2019, I guess. Times are changing.
Well, I think the error there was that careless offload, which was a pretty much a forward pass, and it was a turnover ball. Well, there you go. The restart. Science Royal opting to go deep, and Science bouncing back with a kick once again, putting the ball back into Royal territory, and Royal securing it.
There's the penalty. Science clearly listening to what we've been saying, keeping the ball live in play, not pushing it into touch, looking for speculative kicks. And obviously there were 3 Science attackers and the 1 Royal defender. He was put under pressure. Science didn't lose their feet or shape, kept the pressure on and forced the penalty. So really this is what they need to be doing. They need to play to their strengths. They need to go out there and express themselves and have some fun, because Royal will hit you with this very disciplined 1 out, 1 back pick and go. They'll create pods, they'll suck your defenders in, and then they'll look to go wide. Whereas Science, they need to try and really open this up and look to attack Royal on either side of the fringes. So sensible call. Science taking the shot at goal, Clifford.
Yeah, you need the points on the board right now, and the momentum is with you. All what you have to do is you have to put the pressure on your position. So they clearly knows the moment the ball goes into Royal hand, and they'll be dangerous. So therefore they want to get those numbers or other opportunities to convert them into points. But also, if you look at the previous try, Science, in fact, Royal went on about 5 to 6 paces, and from there only the turnover ball. And until such time, Science didn't commit anything. And there you go, the 3 points coming in. And with that, score moves up to 10. And Science leading for the first time in this game. Kavindu Kure makes no mistake.
Well. Science, the hosts at Royal College at Jurassic Park, take a 10 points to 7 lead after almost 19 minutes. Who would have thought? So Royal, they've been poked here. They certainly have. What will the response be? Kalinudandila, ball in hand, going through his mannerisms. 4 bouncers, dead center. Now he will kick off, which he does. It's It's a nice high floating sort of kick straight into the Science man. It's the halfback. It's a good looking kick. Will it go into touch? Not quite. It's Adishan. Looks for a runner. Dulan Gunawardana passing it out. Malisha Pereira. And that's Kevin Samasekara. Off to Yasojana. He slips. Loses his feet. 52 meters out, dead center. Royal hanging on to the ball. They got a 4-man ruck pot there. Taking it forward, meter at a time. Is the ball available? Yes, it is. It's another pick and go, 1 out, 1 back. They're up to the 50. That's Yasojana. Misses a couple. That's Captain Tule Basan. Is there a line break? But there's a little ankle tap. Royal hanging on to the ball. Yasojana again. Taking it forward now. Good fend off. Some bristling contact there. Science up to the task. Well, looks like there's a slight knock on, Clifford.
Yeah, it seems like it's a slight knock on there. But Science once again losing a little bit of concentration. And Royal pushing really hard. Or in fact, Royal losing a little bit of concentration. And Science, their defense is good, I would say. I mean, if you look at it, even though Royal pushing it forward and doing so many things, they are not committing anything. And so far their discipline has been fantastic compared to the Science we have seen previously.
That's right, the zero ruck policy. They are not committing tacklers in the ruck. They're being very patient and targeting maybe the 4th or 5th ruck. So that's very intelligent rugby. Science now. It's the first 5. Will he go to the boot? Yes, he does. And that's a probing kick. Has he overcooked it? Yes, he has. So that's a bit of a disappointing finish. And the ball will be called right back to where it was kicked. Bit of Rajindu Jayasuriya there with the Science number 16 exchanging some pleasantries. That was Madhushankar.
Well, what I like about this game on the Science side is just the, well, I don't care attitude kind of thing. Because you want to do anything, you come back, you come up with a rolling ball, ruck, your 3 quarters will be fantastic, but we will play our way. So they are not committing anything and they are not causing any errors. So that is actually a problem for Royal because they are looking for a little bit of opposition when they are actually attacking. So that is not coming in. So there are a lot of players there to defend the 3 quarters as well. A little bit risky there.
It's Induvara, Yasojana taking it in. Yasojana again. There's the runner setting it up. Royal again looking for this well-disciplined ruck recycle. Passing, taking it forward, Nandila. He sets up a ruck almost on the 10. It's Yasojana looking for another runner. He gets it. So again, Royal very, very disciplined. They just need to make use of all this possession, not give it away. There's a 2-man pod. Sukha Jayasuriya straight over the top. Yasojana again, ball in hand, scrum cup on his head, beg your pardon. Royal now attacking the short side. So that's the 11th phase. Yasojana again. Royal hanging on to this ball, recycling it like a glazier would do glass bottles. Taking it infield. Is that the isolation point? Yes! Oh, I thought he was very, very unlucky there.
Well, it was a close call. Probably referee would have spotted it from the other side better, I would say. But on the other hand, Royal did so well to get there. They had a lot of confidence going into that move and so many faces, more than 10 I would say. And finally they reaped the reward.
I thought Science very, very unlucky. Royal pretty much gifted a chance there. There you can see he's on. Oh, look, I think that's a legitimate steal. It should have been a penalty for Science. The man was straight over the top.
So
however, moving on, Royal now have the ascendancy. They've gone for, well, surprise, surprise, a line out.
So they're inside the danger zone of Science. So chance, if they can cleanly sweep this line out, definitely it's going to be a rolling ball. That's for sure. We all know for that. And 10-7 Science leading. Royal really have to bounce back and put some points on the board before going into half-time. And good take. Well, we predicted it. We all knew this is what's going to happen. But Science holding on. Look at that.
Now the driving ball, the fishtail starting to wag. Royal taking it forward. That's Rajindu Jayasuriya, the man with the scrum cap. at the tail. Is that an advantage? Yes, it is. They've broken. Jayasuriya taking it forward. Can he place it backwards? Yes, he does. Is the ball available? It's a bit messy. No! It is a knock-on. So a bit of indiscipline costing Royal there, Clifford.
Yeah, good call by the referee. He was so there, and I think probably the player saw the white line before the ball. So that was the case. But it was a powerful charge, but very unfortunate for Royal after doing so much of hard work and good work. Just a small error costing them definitely 7 points.
Well, it's been the story of the game so far, really. Royal looking dominant. Science staying back, not committing too many in the ruck, playing the zero ruck policy. And Royal, the indiscipline right at the very last hurdle. It's almost like 99% rugby. They play 99 meters of good rugby, and when that last meter, they just cough it up. So defensive scrum for Science. They'll look to clear their lines. There's a number 8 break. And that's Munasinghe taking it forward, placing it backwards. That's good ball security. They'll probably look to exit, which they do now. And that's Hasaranga. That's not in touch. And that looks like it's Dulan Gunawardena taking it forward onto the short side. Met by some stiff resistance. So this is good defensive work. Have they turned it over? No, they have not. Coming in from the side.
Yeah, it was a good call once again. Even though they turned it over, the ball was there, but you can't just come and join in there from the side. So, it was a good call by the referee. And once again, Royal survives. Science misses another opportunity. 10-7 is the score. Science still leading. And Royal, they are planning a plot now. You can see that the forwards.
Yes, it was. The ref was bang on the spot there. And the Science player entering that ruck illegally, not from past the behindmost foot. There you see, just coming in there, straight past. The temptation was great. And he fell for it. So Royal have another line out. Surprise, surprise.
That was the flanker Pereira who came from the side. And once again, Royal go back into the Science territory. This time opting to go for the tail. Not a good one. Turnover. Science win a Royal territory. Royal. Well, it's going to be a foot race. Kick and chase. The fine touch. Royal completely missing that line out. And Science, well, that was a gift for them, and Royal so lucky not to concede that 5 points. Look at that replay, and the skipper coming in for the defense.
It's like watching Fast and the Furious, isn't it? Every time Science get the ball, it's like Vin Diesel getting into his I think it was a Dodge Charger, and all of a sudden defending a 5-meter scrum, they're 70 meters down the field.
Well, once again, Royal missing it completely. What an error by them. A gifted line out for Science College. Science nicely working it, and it's a penalty. This is not going the right way for Royal, isn't it?
It isn't. And again, Royal using the throw to the tail of the line out, making the same mistake because the trajectory is clearly way over the jumper. And the Science flanker, that's Silva, anticipating the mistake, catching the ball, taking it forward, piling the pressure on. And really, if Royal are going to be this inaccurate, and if they turn the ball over, there you go, there's Silva, takes it forward, good fend off. Now he places the ball down, and then the Royal player not releasing the tackle player.
Well, both occasions, Jayasinghe was targeting Indurua, Samadhi Indurua. So first occasion probably would have missed it. Second thing he would have said, Machang, let's do it right this time. And he missed it again. And it was chance for Pereira once again.
Well, Royal are better off just keeping it simple, going to the front with Adahan, really just take it. And is this kick good? Yes, it is. Well, Science slowly but surely careering away, 13 points to 7. That was Kavindu Kure who kicks the points. So this is great adventure.
It is. Well, is Royal losing concentration? That's the question. Doing all the hard work and losing out on the set pieces. Well, that's not their Royal class. Usually they don't do that. Usually they are very strong in set pieces. Now a couple of lineouts they have lost and conceding 3 points. Restart for Royal, opting to go high and deep.
That was Nandila, the restart. It looks like it's the captain Hasaranga. It is Hasaranga. Is that full out? Yes, it is. It's not actually been taken back. Beg your pardon, folks. So a bit of an error from Science. Unfortunate. After scoring the points, taking the lead, they hand Royal an invitation right back. A bit unfortunate there. So Science, as I said, they need to be adventurous. They need to play this like, Captain Buck Rogers and his adventures. They just need to throw the ball around, test Royal.
Yeah, once again, line out for Royal. So let's see whether they are going to opting to go for the last man or just going to go in the middle. Jayasinghe with the throw. Well, sensible thing because they have done it so many times and they won that line out, and this time also they do it. Adahan is their safest choice.
There's an advantage for Royal now. What will they do? Will they look to keep this shape and drive this forward? And that's a good looking drive. Has it gone to deck? Yes, it has. And there's the little jab through, but knowing that there was an advantage, so Yasojana tried a cheeky little chip kick going straight into the hands of Science. Science fans.
Well, I'm not sure of the call. Referee said it's just the hands on ruck, if I'm not mistaken. But it was a maul actually when he was giving the advantage. So a little bit confused here. But still, it's a penalty in favor of Royal College. So they decided to go for touch and line out pretty much at the same place. 13-7, Science leading.
Yeah, unusual that Science were penalised because they've been very, very good and disciplined with this zero ruck policy. So, I'd be keen to have another look at that replay. Anyway, that's Rajindu Jayasuriya to Adahan. He takes it down. Now they set up the driving maul. Yes, they do. Of course they do. Now here comes the juggernaut. 1 meter at a time. Is the ball available at the back? Yes, it is, and it is the hooker Jayasuriya with the scrum cap. There you can see the Gilbert. Oh, there's another advantage. They've got a good drive. This is going to be unstoppable. Almost over. Held up. So they come back for the advantage. Incorrect entry into that maul. So Royal will probably look to either one tap and go or number two. Put it into touch. No, it's a tap and go. Straight through the middle. Have they got isolated? Not quite. There's another little pick and go. So that's a second ruck. One out, one back. There's the try. Yes, it is. After much ado, they've certainly made blue collar work of this last 10 minutes. But they've got a try. We just need to see which number it was. I think it was, yes, it was Achita Radishan. The man who looks like Rambo with black tape around his ears.
Well, he was a warrior. You saw that, how strong he was, so committed. And, well, it was pretty much coming for Royal on many occasions. And this time they convert that into points. So it was very much expected try. Good comeback by Royal. 13-12 is the score. The conversion is yet to come. The way the boy was kicking is pretty much, I would say it's a comfortable kick for him. So if he can make it, Royal will regain the lead. Good scrum there, and rather a good ball there, which converted into a ruck, and from there they won a penalty. And it's good tap and go. Good work. It's a team try, I would say, Atu.
Yeah, very much, Clifford. And if you recall, last week at the Rugby, they did resort to the tap and go, and it worked. So that's given them a bit of confidence. And again, they need to be patient. They need to make sure they secure the ruck ball. And it's almost like an anaconda putting the squeeze on Science. Is that kick good? It looked good, but not quite.
Yeah, had the distance, but not the direction. So Royal losing out on 2 points. Well, look at that. So the entire team is committed. The forwards are committed. You can see.
Secure the ruck ball. They secure the ruck ball. And it's almost like an anaconda putting. Kind of like jumping through the Mexican border into the United States.
Well, 13-12, even that after that massive effort by Royal, still Science leading by a point. But as we speak at Bumble PTA, it's 10-0. Peters leading against Trinity. So that's going to give more confidence for Royal coming up the Bradbury weekend, the next weekend. But right now, they have something in hand to deal with. Science College.
Yeah, a little birdie on the wire tells me Science might put on a sterling fight as the ball goes back to Royal looking to put it into touch, which they do. So about 23 meters out of touch. So if Science can get their line out right, if I were Science, I'd look to roll the dice and get their fast men out wide into the game.
Well, obviously, they did so well, couple of occasions, breaking that Royal line. 13-12. Well, they still have the lead and they have the confidence as well. Let's see how Royal is defending.
Statsara. Have they regained the ball? Yes, they have. But the referee clearly not happy with probably closing the gap there, Clifford. So it's a short arm free kick for Royal. So they're off the hook, tap and go. It's Kevin Somersaker. Wow, good bump off. Now he's met by two big Science men. He's about 54 meters out. Yasojana, Namdila. And Royal out wide, beats one. Cutting back in. It's Mihisanka. Beg your pardon, that is Avin George. Royal now taking the ball forward. That looks like it's Fadil Adahan, is it?
Yeah, it was Fadil Adahan. And these Royal players, they think they're X-Men because they're running towards that ball and taking 1-2. Good, beautiful breakthrough run there. They have the numbers. All what they have to do is just work that ball around and get to that flank. Well, that's what they did right now. Science defense coming in. Good one. That's De Silva.
So this is good work by Royal. They're going side to side now. That was Jayasuriya who went into that hole, the hooker. Nipunay Asojana. Passing to Nandila. Nandila now to, looks like that is Tuleb Hassan, is it? No, beg your pardon, Malisha Pereira. It's Kevin Somersaker, the man who made the bust. He is absolutely met by the big kibosh from Science. Yasojana. Offload, great looking offload by Royal. They're looking dangerous, but have they been isolated? No, they haven't. No, they haven't. So now they hang on to the ball, and that's Tuleb Hassan. Bumps one, breaks the tackle. 5 meters in from touch, 20 out on the left-hand wing. Yasojana, skip pass, going all the way. That looks like it was Achita Radishan. Royal hanging on to the ball, and that's Yasojana again. Offloading was Adahan. Now he goes straight over the top. Royal hanging on to the ball. This looks ominous for Science. Royal got numbers. Pick and go. One out, one back. Placing the ball straight under the post. 10 meters out Royal. What can they do? Will it be a pick and go? Yes, it will. So they've got slow ruck ball here now. Two slow phases. They'll ideally want to get some fast ball. Now they go out wide. There's Nandila and there's Hassan. Bust the tackle. Can he stretch out? No, he can't. 2 meters short. Places the ball. Yasojana. Surely they must go from here. Go. Dulan Gunawardana. He's 1 meter short. Yes, he is. There's the ball. Yasojana. Will he go to the left? Yes, he will now. Is there a try? Not quite. Not quite.
Well, back-to-back good defense coming in from Science College, but this time Royal once again pushing forward and opting to go with the forwards. Science not giving up, aren't they? They're pushing really hard, and Royal is really struggling here to score.
Is it over there? Nope. Held up, says the referee. So great scientific defense, Clifford. Scientific defense by Science.
Well, they calculated that they knew what's coming their way. All what they have to do is just hold that line, and they did it so well. And Royal a little bit frustrated, or rather like they're really frustrated because they had so many attempts but unable to convert that into points. But Science College on the other hand, let's see how they're going to defend from here. Royal must be having a plan, but these boys in white, they are not giving up, aren't they?
A phenomenal effort by Science. I turned up here today hoping that Royal be, well, what, 3 scores to nil up at halftime. Well, guess what? Royal are trailing by 1 point, 4 points to 13. Vote now, people. The Papare most popular schools rugby player for 2019. If you go to the link below. Leads the ball. Royal bakes from the base, and that looks like it's Adishan playing at number 8. There's another pick and go. At 3 meters out. Is the ball available? Yes, it is. Now they go to the right hand side. Another ruck. Is that a turnover? Not quite. Science almost had them. Yes, they did. There's a 2-man pod taking it forward. That looks like it is Rajindu Jayasuriya, the hooker. Places the ball. Now they go wide. That's Nandila. Nandila shows, goes, and there's the intercept. Almost. Almost. Well, unfortunately, it's a penalty. Harsh call, I thought. But that's what the law says.
Well, that was a little bit harsh call, but then again, well, like you said, that's the law says. But Royal quickly takes it, and still Science a little bit organized and not giving up. But Royal, they break that line and they score. 18-12.
Well. Royal must...
How many attempts? How many attempts?
Look, I thought Royal were very lucky there. They must have felt like the guy who broke out of Alcatraz. You know, how many attempts? That was Kevin Samarasekara, the open side flanker, the number 7. He's a fantastic player. In my view, he has the most work rate in this Royal team. It's always nice when you have loose forwards who can run like 3/4. So, you know, a bit of huffing and puffing by Royal. They get a try on the stroke of half time. And that's why I said, you know, with that potential intercept, I thought Science were a little bit unlucky. It would have been nice to have probably just been a scrum. But the law says, you know, if you go for the intercept, it's the referee's discretion and how long is the tether. He thought it was a penalty. So Dulan Gunawardana, probably doing the last rites of the first 35. Here at Jurassic Park, Royal Complex, about to convert. Samarasekar strikes it clean towards the right hand upright. Is the kick good? The answer is yes. And that is halftime, ladies and gentlemen. 19 points to 13. Royal lead. Science at Jurassic Park right here at Reed Avenue, Royal College Complex.
Yeah, good comeback try there by Royal College, going into half-time, having some points on the board and leading, so that's going to give the psychological advantage and confidence. But on the other hand, Science, well, they know the hard work that they did. They really played well, they defended well, and every time they got the ball, they attacked really well. So there's nothing to regret from the Science end. Definitely they'll come back and continue with that form. But Royal, well, it's testing time for them, right?
Yeah, I think, look, Royal need to be clinical, and Science, they just have to, you know, chance their arm, and I am so impressed, very impressed at how gutsy they are. So halftime at the Royal Complex, Royal lead 19 points to 13, and guess what? Join us after the break. Here's a quick update, people, from...
The 75th Bradby Shield encounter.
They're going backwards and backwards. Pressure is building up, and that was
Oh my God. That's a
Trinity
try.
College score.
What a try. Absolutely
kick.
brilliant kick. Doesn't
Goes
get
wide
there.
again, working the
Are
line.
playing really good rugby. Oh my God. What a
And
chance.
that's a try,
Try.
for the Royalists. Oh,
Tule
brilliant.
Basan, number 12, goes
That's
over the line.
brilliant by the Royalists. Looks good.
Lucky.
Looks good. Ricochets.
Doesn't get there. And once
This is brilliant. That's a brilliant try. Definitely taking his time.
Here we go.
Again, looks good. Looks good from
Yes. First.
here. I mean, we're here in Pallakale, but the sun is just blazing down, and that's
Yes.
another good kick.
Oh, they found a space. They found a space.
That
Well
was a
tackled.
huge
What
hit,
a tackle
and the
there
player is
from-
down. He is down. He
Oh
has
my
not
God.
moved a muscle
I
since.
don't. Oh God, that is not a good sight to see. And without Kulatunga, Trinity College.
They've scored.
That's a try.
And that's a good kick.
A really good kick. Half time, Royal College with 15 points, Trinity College with 12 points. Number 13.
Run and catches
Number 13.
They go. Oh.
A 75 or 80 meters has been run by
Another penalty there.
Chance.
And that's a try.
Try
A
number 3.
Beautifully worked.
Try. Oh no, unfortunate. They've done well to, what
Oh.
tactics, good ones. Oh,
Brilliant.
fumble. Tule Basan. That's a
Lay
try.
Let's hope he can met. But as you can
Oh.
see, Migara Misanka takes it
Not Migara.
down.
I mean, no, they've equalized.
They've
Isipatana.
equalized, yeah.
Royal and that's
College
try.
with another try. But
Let's watch.
hope it goes in.
What a kick. Malaysia Parra never disappoints.
As
Full
you can-
time. 17 to 34. And the player of the match goes to Nipuna Yashojana.
will give them some confidence. And the second half yet to begin. And Science, definitely, if they're going to carry that momentum they had in the early stages of the first half, and they can bounce back. So that's the score stands here. And joining me and continuing with the game is Boathu.
And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we had a slight correction which we need to make. The first half, the Royal halfback was actually Ravin Shenuka and not Nipuna Sojana. So apologies for that error. Science look to exit. Is that a charge down? Yes, it is. Skipper Tuleb Hassan picks it up. Now he takes it forward. Is that ball available? It is now. It's dug out. Royal taking it forward, meter at a time. They're almost up to the 5 meter line. Now that's halfback Yasojana. He looks for a runner. He gets it. And that's Dilshan Jaya. He takes it forward. Have they lost it forward? Yes, they have. Yes, they have. So Science, some good work on defense. Very organized, Clifford. As I said, zero ruck policy, not committing too many men and waiting for Royal and pouncing on them.
Yeah, Silva did well on that occasion. A tall lad playing in number 7 jersey, and managed to secure that ball and push that Royal forwards. Those are charging at him. And, well, there you go. Look at that replay. Well, in fact, it was... yeah, it was him. And so it's good. The Science is putting a lot of pressure on defense. And it's basically Royal really have to push back now. We can see Nipun is back on the field, or rather likely he's been substituted in the second half.
Yes, he is. Yasojana, the halfback, first choice halfback. Science now. Will they look to run? No, they don't. And that's a good looking exit. So Science under pressure, but successfully clearing their line. In doing so, handing possession back to Royal. Now, keep in mind, Clifford, left hand downtown corner shop. This is Royal's favourite corner to strike with their Jurassic Park move, the driving maul. So I'm expecting them to look to go to Adahan. He'll set up a driving maul and drive it forward. So let's see.
Yeah, it's very much predictable. So even Science College must be knowing that. But only thing is how they're going to stop that. And that's really difficult when Royal set that driving maul up. And there you go. It's as predicted. Ball goes into Adahan. And Science pushing back. And referees coming up with an advantage. Is it? No. But still Royal has the ball.
Well, they've got to go forward. The referee's called to use it once. Now they've break away. Is that a turnover? No, it isn't. So Royal lucky there, getting off the hook. Pick and go. One out, one back. Royal piling on the pressure. And there's Tuleb Hassan with a slight limp. And there's the penalty. Yes, it is. Fantastic work by Science. And honestly, Clifford, Rugby triumphs. This whole rolling maul, driving maul, I think it's just downright boring. It's just a real blight sometimes. And I'm just waiting for Science to actually turn this ball over and run it from one corner to the other.
Well, I think the call is for killing the ball, basically, because Royal was jumping on each other and there's no defense at all. And basically, they just kill that ball. Simple as that. Well, what a funny thing to do. Look at that. When the players are coming off, it's just only the Royal players.
Yeah, that kind of looked like a bit of jelly wrestling going on there. They just went straight over the top, looked to clear the ball. Now then, Science, ball in hand. Can they secure this? Yes, they can. That's a tap off the top. Science, ball in hand. Taking a slightly cross-country run there, the Science halfback. And unfortunately, he isolates himself in the process. So that's an opportunity gone to big.
So the weekend seems to be other way around this time. And Peter's leading against Trinity 20-0. Wow. And Wesley leading against Isipatana 18-9.
Wow. Well, we've got some spanners in the works. Hopefully we can see some upsets because, upsets are good in schools.
In fact, 19-8. So 19-8. So there's one extra point gained by Wesley. But here, once again, Science really giving a time for Royal College. Royal, even though they're leading 19-13, they really, really have to work for it.
Well, I really hope this game opens up, and I really want to see both sides running the ball. And especially, as we got a sample of what Science can do with ball in hand. However, we have to look at this penalty kick by Royal. Should be another easy 3 points.
Yeah, well, I have seen him practicing from that distance on many occasions. So it's pretty much kickable distance for him. It's just a regulation kick. Yes, he makes no mistake. 3 more added. 21-13. Royal leading now. Just sailing through, taking the game away from Science. But the best thing for Science is they got plenty of time on the clock. Just a couple of 2 moves could turn things around.
Yeah, look, all it takes is 30 seconds, really, isn't it? They need to turn the ball over, swing it wide, make sure their wingers and their fullback get involved in the game. So ball in hand now, Science, bouncing it. Is Hasaranga the first 5? That's a good looking kick, or is it? No, it isn't. So there's the error. So the referee will call play back, dead center. It'll be a scrum to Royal.
Yeah, a little bit overcooked. So it's going to be a restart from the center of the park. And ball in favor of Royal College. So it's pretty much 50-50 from here onwards in this scrum. But 22-13, Royal gradually bouncing back. Science College has not given up hope. We know what they are capable of. They have turned games around in the past. That's in their blood. But Royal, on the other hand, they're playing very clinically.
Sindhuvara now, off the back, Nandila. And that looks like it's the Royal winger. Was it Mihisanka? It's Yasojana now. Recycles it. That's Fadil Adahan. Almost up to the 10 meters. 10 meters from the left hand side. Now they go to the right. That's Janindu. I beg your pardon, Janindra. Nanekara. And guess what? It's another knock on.
Well, but I think it was pretty much a charge. And it was on the process he lost the ball. So one of the Science players trying to pull that ball off. But chance for Science to rebuild, regroup. They have the ball in hand. First of all, their intention should be to get out of trouble and gain some yardage. And you can see how deep and wide the Science 3/4 have formed.
Well, it's, we need a spark of life. This game needs a spark of life. It's kind of like watching the Housewives of California, and then, things are just drifting away, and we need Kim Kardashian on, So I hope Kim turns up soon.
Housewives of California.
Sorry, was it the Desperate Housewives of California, something like that? By the way, I don't watch it. It's the wife.
Well, as we speak, 22-5 for St. Joseph's against St. Thomas's, and 19-8 for Wesley against Isipatana, and 20-0 for St. Peter's against Trinity College, and 22-13 here, and Science being rewarded with a penalty for all their hard work.
Oh, richly deserved. I think Royal were pinged there. They didn't support their own body weight. The referee gesturing that the player was supporting his own body weight with his forearms or palms, and that means the ball boy. There's a ball boy right on top of the roof. That's incredible. I've never seen that. To retrieve all those Gilbert rugby balls which end up on that Singer stand. Nonetheless, Science now, they have an opportunity. Can they make use of this line out? That is the question.
So now Science drive or penetrate into the Royal territory, and they have the line out. Well, the competition is whether they are going to go. Yes, nicely taken, not a clean one, but still managed to secure the ball. And scrum off coming into play, Royal setting it up. I don't know what the call is all about. Well, I don't think it was a knockoff. It's very harsh on the Science.
Yeah, that was Dilusha, the halfback. I think the referee says there was a slight knock-on. The rubber, the green, would you agree, Clifford, that it's not going quite Science way?
Well, they have the momentum, but I think often they are losing concentration because they are pretty much concentrating on how Royal is attacking. and that's all credit goes to Royal, because they're just within the game. They're changing the pattern of Royal, so that is something that we have to give credit to. They are not only playing with the Royal anymore. They have some fantastic moves. Look at that even now, and there's a break. So likewise, they are changing the tempo of the game. They're changing the mode of the play. So that is really causing trouble for Science College.
Royal now, they've got a couple of willing runners, especially captain Tuleb Hassan. And there's Fadil Adhan joining the ruck right at the bottom. That's Yasojana. He passes. That's a good looking take. Good hit up. Yasojana again. Will he go to the right? No. Yes, he does. And there's a bit of a switch play. Bang! That is a crunching tackle from Science. Wowee.
Well, you're asking for it, right? Carry the ball and run in front of the defense on slow motion. Well, you get a bang like that.
That was Samad Induro, the number 8. He takes it forward now. There's another Royal front rower. Placing the ball. Good placement. They've got numbers to the left. Just past the halfway. That's Yasojana now. Digging it out. Now they go to the other side. That's Jayasuri, the hooker. He places it. Is he isolated? Not quite. Yasojana again. That looks like skipper Tuleb Hassan. I called him Judah Ben-Hur on my last review for his heroic performance. That's a big tackle. What a tackle. Was there a turnover? Not quite. Yasojana again. There's the inside pass. There's Hassan. There's another one. Yasojana. He offloads. That's Samarasekara, the number 7. Open side flanker. Yasojana digging for the ball. They just need to move this left. Now they do. They've got numbers. Bumping off one, 10 meters in from touch, 20 meters out. Yasojana gets the ball, takes it forward, and that's Radesh Vijayratna. He places the ball. Is that a turnover? Not quite. Yasojana takes it again. There's the offload. That looks like it's the blindside flanker. He places it down. There's another pick and go. 1 out, 1 back. Yasojana again looking for a runner. Now he finds one. But it's all stagnant ball. Royal have some slow recycling, Clifford.
Yeah, also a little bit the worrying factor is Science 3/4 are committing too much. They are going for these forwards while the Science forwards are washing back. So that's not the right thing to do. And now it seems like they are a little bit organized. But Royal pushing hard. But they are a little bit slow off the blocks.
So again, Royal looking for multiple phases here. I think they're well into their 20th. So hopefully they don't have to go 40 phases to score ruck like they did against St. Peter's. As I say that, they're almost 5 meters out. Be another pick and go, 1 out, 1 back. That looks like it's Fadil Adhan. They place the ball. Science really under the pump. There's another pick and go. Is he over the line? Not quite. The ball now squirts out. Yasojana calling for his troops. 1 out, 1 back. That's another pick and place. Yasojana sends it out. Can he recycle? Yes, he can. Of course he can. They've got numbers outright. What a tackle. What a crunching tackle. That was Priyadarshana from Science. Yasojana, 2 meters in. Now he recycles it again. Royal showing tremendous discipline as they hang on to this ball. They've got more runners. They are willing. And guess what? Science tackling for their dear life. Yasojana. Can he swing it wide? That's Captain Tuleb Hassan. He's tackled.
Well, they could have easily offloaded. It seems like all the Royal players have white line fever. They're just chasing that white line. They could easily offload and score because they got plenty of numbers on the flanks. You can see that pretty much open on both sides. And lucky enough to win a penalty, if not Science for that matter. They were defending very well.
Ooh, again I thought Science were unlucky. Now it's a quick tap and go. Is he over? Yes, he is, and that is the tight head prop, Radesh Vijayratna. He barges over like a big caterpillar truck straight through the A9 highway.
Well, seems like it. He just banged through that defense. Guess he's been watching a lot of X-Men movies to run through those walls.
Yeah, he certainly looks like the... Is it the Thing?
Well, for the Science, he was the Thing a minute ago. And 5 points just under the post. And that gives a lot of confidence for Royal now. Score moves up to 27.
Well, it seems like Royal are on cruise control. I think they know that they've got this game well within their grasp. They're playing within themselves. And as I say that, Dulan converts the kick. Yes, he does. So the score moves on to 27 points to 13 after 49 and a half minutes. Royal starting to dictate terms slowly but surely against a very, very game and very willing Science.
Yeah, 29-13 is the score here, all leading against Science College. In the meantime, at Bambalapitiya, Trinity been massacred 27-0 by St. Peter's, and Joseph's leading 22-5 against St. Thomas's, and 19-8 Wesley College leading against Isipatana. But on the other hand, Royal, they had the class, they bounced back in style.
Yeah, wow, Trinity, certainly, they're on hiding to nothing, really, on the bounce back. Anyway, back to the game. Yasojana now. He's digging that ball out. It's slow ruck ball. Have Science turned it over? Not quite. That was Jayasuriya doing up the mop. I beg your pardon, doing the mopping up. Now Royal plays, pick and go. But again, some tremendous defense. And make sure you visit our YouTube channel to watch the replays, highlights. I know each and every one of you do get distracted from time to time when on YouTube, but make sure you watch our replays. It's youtube.com/the Papare official. Looks to go to the short side. That was Jayasuri, the hooker. That's a good carry. He places the ball. Yasojana again. That looks like it's Adishan. So Royal again getting the hang of ruck recycle, and there's the penalty. Science just guilty there of not releasing the tackle player. So the rule is, ladies and gentlemen, once you make the tackle, there must be clear daylight between you, the tackler, and the tackle player. And if you hang on too long,
Fantastic, massive yardage gain there by Royal. If I'm not mistaken, easily about 40 to 45 yards.
yes, it was certainly bended like Beckham. There was a good booming touch finder. Again, Royal taking their time, walking up. It's almost as if they're waiting for their Uber driver to turn up and take them to the line out. Now they're there. So this is all very tactical. They're slowing it down. They're doing it very, very nicely. They're opting for a short four-man line out. As you can see, there are multiple runners in the midfield. There's danger lurking. If they get this right, I think we're in for some exciting rugby from a set play.
Well, having such a wonderful kicker is a blessing for the forwards as well. And there you go, beautifully taken this time. Royal, nice line out and sending it out. Hasaranga coming in, or one, it's Zaib Hassan in there.
There's a good tackle by the Science boys. Now Yasojana, and that's Hassan. Will he cut back in? Yes, he will. He's a bit flat-footed. He's met by some good tackling, but he's still on his feet. Now he places the ball like a lotus at a temple, and that's Yasojana. And that's Adishan. He places the ball. So again, good ruck recycle, Yasojana. And that is a knock-on. So great contact, great tackle. Science hanging in there, hanging in there.
Well, if you look at the defense, then Royal, I would say Science had defended really well. And for Royal for us to evaluate Royal on defense, because Science didn't get the ball that much. So therefore Royal's possession was been fantastic, and they've been holding on to the ball. That actually rewarded them. So like you rightly said, whoever has the ball, they have the points as well. So therefore Royal, they had more possession, they kept the ball, they worked on beautiful rucks, they passed that ball around, they had those rolling mauls. Except for a couple of lineouts, they managed to win the rest of the lineouts. So the more possession with them, and you can see the ultimate result, 29 points on the board. And Science, on the other hand, very little time they had the ball. So every opportunity they got the ball, they managed to score as well. So having the ball in hand is much more important, having possession. But also, the best thing about this game is we haven't seen many unforced errors. And so that's also like shows the discipline of both teams.
Yes, Science, again, kind of remind me of like a henpecked husband, you know. The wife is always at them, but they, waiting very patiently. And, when the opportunity arises, you take the remote control and you flick the TV channel. So that's what they're doing. They're just waiting. They're not committing or giving away too many penalties. And I thought they were very unlucky, a couple of instances where it should have been, just play on or a scrum. So yeah, Science just hanging in there. They just, as you said, Clifford, they need more ball in hand as opposed to trying to make 25,000 tackles, or so it seems.
Yeah. Well, too bad for them. Their wife is not leaving the remote. That's the problem there.
Yeah, I see. I have that problem as well. Anyway, Science about to feed this scrum, which they do. Good control. That's Dilusha. Now he passes. And there's a second man play. Royal have the numbers. Have they turned it over? No. So this is good work by Science. Patient. The halfback. Now they've got found a willing runner. That's Madhusankar, the big loose head prop. He places the ball. So they're looking for that 1-3-3 attack pattern. They got little pods of 3. Dilusha. Now they are unfortunate. Ball in hand. Coming
That was
coming
a
up with an
close
error.
call, but well, the referee's calling for knock forward, but I'm not sure whether it was a knock forward. A little bit confused because if you look at that,
That was a good hit. And yeah, I thought it went backwards and they managed to hang on to the ball. But nonetheless, the referee had a straight on angle, so we'll have to go with this call.
yeah, you can see a couple of very strong, tall, massive prop forwards for Science College, and well, they are huge, aren't they?
Yeah, the big boys, there's certainly no shortage of food there.
Well, I was just doing a little bit of homework before I came in, but if you look at it, these two, if I'm not mistaken, these two guys, yeah, they're pretty 6-footers, yeah, 116 kilograms in weight and 6 foot tall. So that's massive.
And is that a forward pass? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Front row. They probably have that Maliban breakfast cereal, which it's great stuff. So parents, if you're watching, if you want your kids to go big and strong, make sure you buy that Maliban cereal. Clearly it works. As you can see, the Science front rows, big boys. Anyway, so game starting to have a bit of a stop-start effect here. There's a few knock-ons, few forward passes.
Yeah, the second half, if I'm not mistaken, it belongs to Royal pretty much because they are very much inside the Science territory. And from the moment, from the kickoff, I would say. So Science really have to regroup, talk to them, organize themselves and get out of trouble and start attacking.
That's the halfback Dilushan. He's pressured. Is that a knock-on? Yes, it is. So Royal will have a slight advantage. Now they flub that ruck. The tail of the ruck there. Looks like it's Radesh Vijayaratna. He places the ball back. It's great ball presentation. Yasojana looks for a runner. He gets it. Royal again. Looking to ruck recycle, which they do. Yasojana. Nandila. Hassan dummies. That's a good looking offload. They've got numbers. That's a great fend off. Royal hanging on to the ball. Yasojana again. Beats one, and who is that? That looks like the Royal second rower. Now Royal running free. Yasojana again. Nandila, cutout pass. Royal hanging on to the ball, or is there a slight knock on? No, says the referee, so play on's the call. Nandila now coming in as first, as distributor. And there was Dilshan Jaya, first receiver. Nandila now, Yasojana. Now they go wide, they've just got to spread this, but that's good defense. That's Malisha Pereira taking it forward, placing the ball. Is that a ruck? Yes, it is. Now they go left. And that's a great tackle, and that's a knock-on. That was Madhusankar, Akash Madhusankar from Science, meeting the Royal would-be attacker, and bang, he spills it.
Science pushing Royal to the limits, I would say, because they were patient on defense, but they were not giving much room. And Royal was, they had so many faces, but they were going from left to right and right to left. They were not really moving forward. And with that, there was a good tackle coming in. The ball pops out, and it's a turnover ball for Science. And this is the third occasion for the last 7 minutes or so where they had 3 scrums, and they were pretty much unable to do anything about it. So let's see whether they can get out of trouble. And So looking at the clock, well, if I'm from Science, probably I'll try to run the ball, but it seems like they're getting ready for the kick.
Well, they've got to chance their arm, really. You know, they have to. And Royal sort of switching lanes, not getting much go forward, but Science now ball in hand. And that's the halfback. Dilusha, wrong option. Gifting back possession to Royal, or have they managed to snaffle it back? No, they haven't. That's Yasojana. Royal taking it forward. Have they placed the ball? Yes, they have.
That was a bad call by Science, gifting the ball to Royal. But again, turnover now.
Well, ref says line offside, so that's a penalty. Will Yasojana look to tap and go, or will they take the shot at goal? It looks like they're going for touch. They're going for the kill. Left hand downtown corner shop. So Royal a bit erratic in the last 5 minutes. It kind of reminds me of, you know, when you drive on Gall Road, how drivers switch lanes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, don't miss this. Next Saturday, the second leg, 15th of June, right here at the Royal Complex, Jurassic Park, live and exclusive, the 75th Rugby Shield on air here at thepupray.com. So make sure you
As we speak, Royal go for that clean line out and makes no mistake. So the rolling maul is coming, and this is, like was said, this is the home ground, and they've been doing this for many, many years, or rather many, many occasions as well. Can they go all over? Can they do it once again?
Well, it is very effective, but it is kind of like watching paint dry for me. When you're playing a team like Science, I'd much rather see Science run the ball. As Royal take it over the line, have they? No, they haven't. They're almost there. Is the ball available? Yasojana passes it out, and that's got to be a try. Yes, it is. Try time, and that looks like Kevin Samarasekara. He is absolutely thrilled. Royal going at 1 meter for every 10 seconds, maybe. Taking it forward. I think Clifford, Kevin's been all over the park. He scored tries, he's in there, putting his hand up for man of the match, I take it.
Yeah, he's a pretty strong contender while we look at the others as well. But today has been a phenomenal day for him. Look at that, how strong he is. This is his second try of the game, and he has done so well. Wherever the ball, he's been there. And he's not just only as a forward, but again, like, you know, as a great player, trying to create moves, trying to break that Science defense, while also showing up in tackles. So he's been a phenomenal player for Royal College so far today. In the meantime, this young lad with the boot, he has done so well, and except for the first conversion, or rather the second conversion, and he's been just only one missed kick for the day.
Well, I think, and the kick is good. Yes, it is. Of course it is. So, Royal careering away, 34 points to 13 after 63 minutes. Clifford, I think both Kevin and especially also Dulan, they've basically taken the same form they've shown in the Bradby first leg, and they're taking it forward and taking forward very well. They want to get involved. They're making all their key statistics count. And news from Bambalapitia, Trinity now have struck back, so 27 points to 7 in favour of St. Peter's. Royal now, ball in hand, looking to clear their lines, taking it up. As you can see, the men moving to the left, and that looks like it's Ilukpitia, Indura Ilukpitia, the replacement prop, and there's a slight knock on. So surprise, surprise, Royal looking to go up to second, third gear, but knock on.
Well, from here onwards, I can see it's going to be a tough ask for Science College to come back. 36-16, Royal has a comfortable lead. So Science has to score multiple times. I think, if I'm not mistaken, maybe at least thrice they have to score. And that's not going to be possible against a side like this. And Royal defended so well. I mean, even even if you want to score, you have to get that ball back. And right now, all I can see is just like this remote story, and the Royal is not giving the ball back.
Yeah, Science just need to be clinical. They need to put some phases together. And as we say that, the ball's been turned over, and Royal, that's Dulan Gunawardana, hoofs it downtown. Will they come back for the advantage? No, they won't. Oh, yes, they will. So the referee says there's not enough advantage, there's not enough territorial gain. There's in fact a loss, so they'll come back.
Probably, I think he gave the option to the Royal skipper whether to go for the scrum or the line out.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. I think he would have probably ended the advantage. So Science now have an opportunity as it was taken back. So Science, ball in hand, that's the captain, I beg your pardon, that's Tatsar, the hooker. Lobbing it in, and that's a good take. Not 10.
So Royal line standing not 10 meters. Well, seems like a premeditated call by the referee. He was just pretty much counting on it and waiting for it. But anyways, chance for Science. I'm not. And the conversion to come.
Well, they certainly deserve that. You know, they say fortune favors the brave, and they take it forward. We're just trying to ascertain who the try scorer was. I think it was their number 21, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I think so as well. That's Kure. MYK Kure.
So Science strike back, 36 points to 18. They've bridged the gap. They've got about just under 3 minutes to make something out of this game. It's actually, I beg your pardon, it was number 20, Devinder, who scored. And Kure is in your screens now, looks up at the posts, about to strike this, almost like a hawk. Now he comes in, strikes it clean, and the kick is good. Yes, it is. Of course it is. What a beautiful strike. So Science now bridging the gap, but Royal still lead them by 16 points. That's 36 points to 20 with about 2.5 minutes on the clock. Clifford.
So 3 scores needed for Royal College. Sorry, for Science College. 36-20, still Royal leading. And the interesting point from here on was to see how Royal is going to manage the game. Whether they're going to go for more points or they're going to hold on to this lead and keep defending. And they got few minutes on the clock. And I don't think there's enough time for Science College to go for 3 scores. But that's going to be... We have to see how Royal is going to manage this.
Well, Royal need to stage manage this well. You know, it's kind of like going to watch a Britney Spears concert. You know, when you come to the end, you expect the slow numbers. And I think that's what Royal need to do. Speaking of which, have they retained possession? Ball's upended, so it's a maul. Have Royal regained possession? Yes, they have. And that's Yasojana on the bounce. Now they pass it out, and that's good line speed from Science. Royal driven back almost up to the 50. However, that discipline means that they hang on to the ball. And that's Mohammad Al Navran.
That was a good charging tackle there by Science, but the rest of the players didn't have the follow-up to support that tackle, so therefore the Royal anyway retained the ball. And 36-20. Boy, it's time to select the player of the game. And we had so many great plays. And Dulanga Gunawardena putting up those points. Skipper Hassan going in for the first try and contributing thereafter. And also we had the second rower, Fadil Adnan, and pretty much holding on to each and every time the ball goes on the air. And also more importantly, Kevin Samarasekera, 2 try scorer, and also has been very instrumental.
Yeah, I
So
think
what's your say?
he made that bust there, which led to Royal taking it in. So, hands down, my clear top pick, Royals number 7, Kevin Samarasekera.
Yeah, so let's agree on that. So that's the player of the match. Royal number 7, Kevin Samarasekera. Had a fantastic outing today.
Yeah, real live vibe. As we say, Kevin Samarasekera, there he goes, taking it forward. Now he places the ball back, almost up to the 22. And that looks like it's, I think that was Malisha Pereira. He was almost upended. And that's a great bit of work by Science. A penalty, so tap and go. But referee calls that back. They should have really let that play on.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's bad refereeing today, but not really convinced with the way the game was managed by the referee. There's no bad calls,
No.
but then again, on the other hand, you have to let the game flow.
Correct.
So 36-20, Royal College leading. But on the other hand, last weekend, I have to give credit. Jamaldeen did a fantastic job, Akil Jamaldeen. So he's been fast-tracked, and I had a worrying factor why suddenly you bring in a young boy and giving the A division games in rugby, but he deserves that. He has done really well.
Oh, look, totally. I think, we have to breed a culture, especially in rugby, be it players, coaches, or officials. We have to reward people on merit of performance. So right now, if we were to have, ratings and seedings of referees, there's no question Akil is the number 1, clear top pick. And of course, as you said, this referee, I think he had a good game. No bad calls.
Well, I think, yeah, so it's a sensible thing. Maybe something that we didn't see the referee as far as it was a blood injury, so that's why he had to stop that play. So probably it's the right thing to do on the referee's side. So credit goes to him as well.
So make sure you visit our YouTube channel for all replays, highlights, and more. www. Back almost up to 45 meters. So it's a line out for Science as 70 minutes. That's full time almost. So this Clifford might be the very last play.
Yeah, could be the last play and a little bit time added to the extra time. So we have to wait and see. So this is not the referee's clock. And it's a little bit of wobbling. Science take the ball. It's line out won by Science. Kick and chase. It's going to be a foot race. But good collection. Dulang Gunardhan coming in and just holding on to it. And, well, they just dragged him off. And he still managed to secure the ball. Once again, Royal pushing forward. Science missed the only opportunity they had. And can Royal go on to score another try, or if not, they're going to hold on to this. So there are a few more minutes left on the referee's clock. We have to wait for the referee's signal. As we speak, we can see Priyadarshana crushing forward and taking that Science defenders off. And this is our man of the match for the day. And look how strong he is going. Kevin Samarasekera, what a play he is. And the big man, Adnan, coming in, taking 2, 3. Science committing 2, 3 players to stop him, and pretty much he's unstoppable. And Royal, oh, what a mislip. If not, he could have gone in there. And still Royal pushing forward. Science giving everything to stop them. The big lad, massive lad, that's Indiruva. Look, Peter coming in for Royal College, and still he is unable to break that Science defense. Science defense going still strong. Well, they're tactically organized in terms of their defense, even though Royal has scored so many points. But here, Science not giving up. Either Royal, good quick hands. Can they score in their Stratford end? And they score! That's their thing.
Well, that seemed like it went on forever. They went left, they went right. They just backed themselves. And Clifford really, that last 2 minutes seemed like Royal really shifted into 4th gear. Because the entire game, they were playing well within their comfort zone, well within themselves. But boy, that last 2 minutes, they just sparked themselves right into life. And, the crowd got revving. And we saw some fantastic rugby.
Well, there's a reason for it because Science was playing slow as well. Science was not giving much competition in terms of rucks and mauls. So therefore, Royal was playing lethargic as well. And last 2 minutes, Science really upped their game. They were trying to do different things. So that opened up the gaps and that also prompted Royal to adjust that game accordingly. So when you play a game, it's not always you play at your pace. You always play at your opponent's pace. So that's a psychological thing. So that's what probably like happened in the last 2 minutes. And here's the try scorer, in fact.
Well, that's great analysis from my verbal sparring partner, Clifford Surendran. As you have a look at this last play, the last rights of this game, Royal fullback Dulan Gunawardena looks up at the posts, holds his breath. Now he walks in, strikes it. That's a good-looking strike. No. Did he hit the posts? Yes, he did. He did that twice last week. And as we say, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Full time here at the complex Jurassic Park, aka. Well, guess what, Clifford? All roads lead to Jurassic Park next week. Rugby Shield's second leg.
So the second leg coming up. So this is a good game in between this and this really like tested Royal. And well, Science, well, you have to give credit them the way they played. It was not a beating that they got. They really played and they scored 20 points here. And 41-20 is the score. And Royal, well, what a game. Well, this is the beauty about Royal College. And no matter what your opposition is, they know how to play their game. And also they know how to manage the game and control the game. And especially coach, well, he is a very intelligent coach, Luke. And probably you saw in the second half and also the latter stages of the second half how they shifted gears. So these kind of temperamental play doesn't have with many teams, and that's one of the key reasons for Royal College to win the Rugby as well. Their positioning was good, their offload was good, their tackling was good, and also their communication was pretty good inside. And each and every time a player breaks, and you have like support from all 360 degrees, and if you can receive it from the front also, there are players in there. So that's the beauty about Royal. They play as one unit, they understand each and every player, and that's something you need in a game of rugby.
Yeah, well, they got the W. They ticked all the boxes. So full time here, ladies and gentlemen, at the Royal Complex. Royal defeats Science 41 points to 20. So Royal scored 6 tries, out of which they converted 2. They had a penalty, beg your pardon, 3 penalties, and half time they led 19 points to 13. So Kevin Samarasekara, our clear men player of the match. And as I said, in exactly 7 days, all roads will lead to Royal, I beg your pardon, the Royal College Sports Complex. And next week's fixtures, of course, the Rugby Shield first leg right here, live and exclusive on the Papare.